There is a term that's become more popular over the last few years: fake news. It doesn't always mean what you think. Sometimes real news is called fake, and sometimes fake news is called real. That makes it difficult to know what is real and what is fake. And I'm here to help you sort out the difference. With one catch: I will only talk about real estate. Hello, I'm Jeff Moss, and welcome to All the Right Moves. The problem with real estate news is that the market is always changing. Add to that the strange phenomenon of taking advice from people who have no clue about the subject. And I've never been called in to advise a doctor during brain surgery. And that's for good reason. Obviously, this is an extreme example, and no one will die if they get bad real estate advice. In March of 2020, I had a client cancel escrow because of the COVID shutdown. They were advised by many friends to cancel because the market was gonna crash. And I told them all their friends were wrong. I told them that we would see a holding pattern while we were shut down. And I reiterated that we would not see a crash. And they canceled escrow, and now that house is worth $200,000 more than the price they would have paid. And I understand the desire to listen to your friends, but do they know anything about the current state of the market? Do they understand the mindset of buyers and sellers when the market adjusts one way or the other? Do they even understand the foundation of economics, supply and demand? If the answer is no to even one of them, politely listen to them and then ask an expert for advice. And here are a few things that I'm hearing and what the truth is. Number one, the market is soft, so when making an offer on a house, lowball it. The market is still a seller's market in most areas. Writing an offer lower than the asking price may be feasible, but not on every house. If the seller is asking $500,000, then an offer of $450,000 may be too low. And there are many factors to consider. A good realtor can help you make the best decision. Number two, the seller just lowered the price on their house, so they must be desperate. Probably not. Most likely the listing was priced too high to begin with. Now the seller realized it and dropped the price a little. Price drops on overpriced listings is a major factor in why we're seeing so many homes on the market. Number three, never offer more than the listing price. It depends. A house I helped a client with last week had 30 showings and 11 offers in 4 days. If you wanted to buy that house, you still needed to offer $60,000 over asking. And this is still happening on certain homes and homes in the first-time homebuyer price range. Number four, I can't afford a house because I don't have money for closing costs. There are quite a few programs where you can get a grant for this. And also, some sellers are open to paying closing costs again. Number five, I'm going to wait until the market crashes to buy a house. And I've heard this in various forms for the last 5 years. And I'll say this again, there will not be a crash like we saw in 2008 to 2012. Prices may see a correction, but not a crash. I tell people that if you're renting, look at the cost to buy a house now versus renting. If it makes sense to buy, do it now. You can't predict the future. And even if the values drop, it'll come back before you pay off the loan. And you may not be able to get all the facts before you make a decision, but make sure the facts you have are real and not fake. And on that, the truth will set you free note. That's it for our show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on All the Right Moves with Jeff Moss.